know how this is gonna go, but I've made a little shell challenge for us to attempt today. At this point, you've probably heard of a shell challenge in The Sims, but just in case you're unfamiliar, I'll kind of walk you through it. The idea of this is pretty simple. You basically just have a random box that is the shell of a building, and then you have to take this box and turn it into a finished build. The rules are pretty simple too. You can basically do anything to this box. You can rotate the lot, you can add windows, you can add platforms and foundations, you can add roofs. You just can't change any of the existing walls. That's kind of the whole point. The shell of the building has to stay, hence the name Shell Challenge. And I've done a lot of these shell challenges over the years. We've done big ones, we've done small ones. I've hosted shell challenges with the community. And I don't know, I'm just kind of in the mood to do one right now. This inspiration came from me just kind of messing around thinking about weird build ideas. And I was making this really long and skinny shape, and it kind of got me thinking that maybe it would be fun to attempt that as a challenge. So this is what we're working with. And I know that it seems a little bit alarming, like how are we gonna manage to turn this into a normal looking house? And I think that's what makes it fun. I've not really built anything that has this sort of weird long hallway. It's definitely an odd shape for the exterior. The roof is gonna be hard to finish. And like I was explaining earlier, we are allowed to move this. Okay, I don't think she likes it. We are allowed to move this around a little bit. Like I could rotate it. If I wanted to add some platforms and some balconies and stuff, I can do that. I just can't change any of these existing walls. So I'm not allowed to shrink it. I can't add exterior walls. We've got to work within the constraints of this building. And you know what? This is maybe a little bit of a stretch, but it almost kind of reminds me of the shape of a microphone. We've got like a stand, there's the microphone up here. And that is such a funny coincidence because Logitech G is actually the sponsor of today's video. I'm sorry, I had to do it. Okay, but seriously, I have something to show you that is going to actually blow your mind. Look at what Logitech sent me. This is a fully custom bedazzled Yeti GX microphone. Is this not the most beautiful thing you have ever seen? This is seriously one of my most prized possessions. So they have made an extremely limited number of these custom bedazzled mics, and they're giving away a few of them to our community here on YouTube. I'll talk about that in a second. Obviously, this bedazzled mic is a very special version of it, but the mic itself is a really nice microphone. The Yeti GX is a premium RGB gaming mic. It's a USB microphone, it's super easy to use, and it delivers serious audio performance. It's designed specifically for gamers. It uses a super cardioid pattern that ignores key clicks, so it's good at focusing on just your voice. I don't have this one plugged in right now because I'm trying to show off the bedazzle, but it's got two separate RGB light zones, so you can use the light sync features to set up how it lights up, and you can also sync it with your other Logitech products. So if you use the Logitech G mouse and a keyboard, you can sync all of their lights up. It's got smart audio lock and some other studio tools. You can use blue voice filters. It's got a really sleek, gamer-friendly design. It fits with that really bold, clean aesthetic of all of the Logitech G gaming gear, so it's gonna look really great on your desk or like mounted to a boom arm. But beyond it just looking good, it sounds really good. The Yeti GX is a studio quality USB mic. If you're looking to get a new microphone, I would highly recommend the Yeti GX. I'm gonna link some stuff down below about it in case you want to check it out for yourself and maybe buy one. And now we gotta talk about the giveaway, because like I said, our friends over at Logitech G are giving away 3 of these custom bedazzled versions of the Yeti GX. So if you would like to enter this giveaway, and I'll list some more info about the giveaway itself down below too. When you click that link in the description box, it'll tell you how to enter, it'll show you how it works. It's really easy. Logitech have been huge supporters of our channel for a really long time, and I am a Logitech girly. Literally everything I use at my desk is Logitech. So thank you again to Logitech G for sponsoring this video. And with that, let me get back into the build because we have a problem on our hands. I think I'm gonna start by just trying to put some lights in here so I can see a little bit better. And then we gotta think about floor plan. I feel like this house is gonna need to lean a little bit more on the modern side, and I'm probably gonna try to make it look a little bit less flat. Maybe I could have some sort of covered front entrance right there. Honestly, I might do something like this to have it look a little bit more normal from the top. This part could be a slightly covered patio. Oh, no, don't do that. Stop. Okay, I want to put a fence in. I'm thinking we could have a side yard like this. That'll also help to bring it all together. Okay, so maybe we could have the front door right here. I can put some plants in this little section. We'll have the door on the side. And then when you come in, oh God. Okay, so maybe when you come in, this could become the bedroom. We'll shove that way in the back corner. I'm gonna have to put the bed in the corner too, but I could have a bed in here and I could probably also have a desk or something. This is gonna seem really weird, but I was thinking that maybe the kitchen could go like this along this back wall. That's a good way to use up this tiny little space and still have it be functional. Oh, no. Sorry. I wanna have a bathroom. I'm just not sure where to put it, but maybe the bathroom could go right here. It always helps me to just lay out some furniture so I can visualize it a little bit better, but we could do the dining room like this. Bathroom goes in there. I'm not gonna use this door. I'm just kind of thinking so I can visualize the layout, but maybe we could have the living room kind of laid out in this sort of way. I'm trying to have it be really open right here because I want to make sure they can still walk through very easily, because I don't want to have them enter like straight into the back of a sofa. So I think having it laid out like this leaves a very clear walking path. How many tiles is this? I'm actually really curious about it being a tiny home. Like if I delete this, that's 56 tiles. Oh man. Okay, it's gonna look bad if I make it into a tiny house. I want to have the platform on the roof. It's better to me to have the platform than not. We don't need to be adding extra challenges into this, okay? If we wanted to make a tiny house, I should have built a tiny house. Today is a shell challenge. I do like the idea of a lot of black accents like this though. Like that's kind of cool. I'm already liking the vibes of this, even though I've barely started. I do think that some columns would help us. We can get a little bit of a support situation going on, maybe even just in the front. Do I want it to be all black? I do like that door. Like the shape of that door is really cool. It's a little bit different than my usual vibes. So I don't know if I like it or not, but we'll figure it out. Oh, the mosquito stuff doors and the mosquito stuff windows are a very interesting concept for this. I hadn't really considered that, but that has some kind of cool potential. Let me look through more of that. Like what if I had one of those little windows in the front? That's not bad looking. I guess the main problem is that they don't really match any other windows. So if I wanted to have something smaller in the bathroom, it's kind of hard to do that, but we could use the big one. It's fun to have big windows everywhere, especially in a house that is this small. I feel like it helps to brighten it all up. This side of the house is so sad. I don't really want to put anything else on it, unless I maybe get one small window right here, but I don't think I want to put anything on this wall. Is that bad? Okay, I'm thinking we'll get this really, really nice stone outside, and now is when we can kind of try to add in some extra landscaping. I don't know if I want to have a pool. I guess I hadn't really considered that. We make it like really small for no reason. No, that's bad. They could probably have a hot tub. I don't really like it though. We'll see. I'm gonna come back to that layout of the back. I think we should probably try and prioritize the rest of the house, like the actual layout of the house before I add the fun stuff. I don't know, just an idea, but like maybe it would be nice if the place was functional first and then we can add extras. I do think that the layout came together a little bit more easily than I expected. Like I think I was prepared to struggle a little bit more with this. So I'm pleasantly surprised with how it's going. Do you think that using black floors is gonna be too much? No, it's not too much. That's cool. Okay, I like that. And then I wanna pick dark cabinets too. I quite like this slightly more industrial look on these cabinets. Plus their base game, which is always good. We're really not gonna be able to fit that much stuff. Like we can't really have decorations on the counter because they need to have functional counter space. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, I wanna have that so bad. I love that. That looks so cool to me. Okay, I guess I'm using Cool Kitchen now. I don't use the Cool Kitchen pack very often. I try not to use some of the oldest stuff packs because I have a tendency to overdo it with old packs and I don't think a lot of people own them, but it's too nice to pass up. I think I'm gonna use this door. This is like a base game plain door. They made it originally as a plain swatch of the bathroom door, but I like how skinny it is because it fits in that hallway section nicely. I don't really want the house to be all black, so I'm trying to incorporate some wood accents where I can, and I think I want to pick a fun color accent too. I may base that on the industrial loft kit and whatever matches the industrial loft kit. That's not really a color though, is it? I don't think I like that rug. This kit does have nice tall bar height chairs, so maybe I could use those and the bar height table from Tiny Living, because that's kind of cool. Okay, what about this one with the blue and the orange? Because that dark blue kind of works, the orange is bright, and then the orange and the browns almost kind of look like the tones of these wood colors. I think that kind of works. Oh, I don't know about that orange. That one's a little bit much even for me. I don't really know about this sofa either. I always try to use it, I really do, but It never really works just how I want it to. I think I'll go for the industrial loft kit one. I love this sofa. It's one of my favorites in the whole game. I just think it looks so good. Can I fit a coffee table? I guess that has sort of the same vibes as the countertop, so that's good. What happens if I put a fireplace? I know it's quite tall, and obviously like it kind of has TV too high sort of energy, but I kind of like the idea of a fireplace in here. I also like how it's a little bit wider. Which one of these is the right color? They all, okay, I guess that's it. They all look kind of different. Uh-oh, I'm warning you in advance. We're probably gonna have like so many packs in this build. I didn't mean to. It's already happening though. For a house this small, it's a little ridiculous. Okay, I wanted to use this. I really, really like this dark navy blue. I think that is such a cool texture. It's from the fitness stuff pack, but I think we could have a combination of that in a few places and like black in a few places. I think we could also do some very light sort of creamy colors in a few places because we've got that creamy color on this. Okay, now tempted to try orange curtains. Will I regret that? I think it's too bright. I think I might stick to the black because we can get orange other ways. That painting is huge and it kind of has the right colors. Oh no, you know what we could do? Let's put that above the fireplace and I'll put the TV over here. I know that it's not ideal because it's like not facing the sofa. It's a very small house. We just can't have everything. I think I'm gonna put a pillow on this little chair. I can size it down a bit and hopefully I can make this orange. Yes, okay. Okay, this is kind of like a white color on the walls, but it's not quite a stark white. It's kind of like the creamy color they have here. I'm not really sure if I like it. I just know that I'm trying to avoid painting like everything black. I know I have a tendency to do that when I try and make these darker colored houses, so I'm like consciously trying to avoid it. Okay, I'm trying to custom place this lamp too, so I can set it there. That's a nice little bit of orange. Okay, I put a couple of plants in. There's one on the table. I've got one on the wall right here. I think we could probably use some books or something on this fireplace mantle. I do like these. Oh, they come in orange. Okay, maybe a ceiling fan above this little section. And then maybe also like a really long hanging plant because I think that this part of the room is gross. So I'm trying to figure out a way to make it look a little better. Oh no, maybe that's better in this area because we can't really put any furniture in the corner. So doing that might be a good way to use up some space. I think we need art right here. I don't think this one's that bad. This one also kind of matches the vibes that we're going for. I think I'm just not sure if it's like tall enough. I almost feel like we need to have something tall and skinny right here, and this is not tall or skinny. What colors do you come in? Well, this is like a Strangerville print. I don't like it. Maybe I'll stick to this one. We just put a light above it because that sort of takes up more space vertically. Okay, I'm putting this door over here because I'm trying to break up the sections of this wall. I don't want to have like a big long space. I'm feeling like a mirror would be a good thing to put in this area. Can you slot objects to this little part? Like, will it let me put, I think the answer is no, but maybe I could put something tiny there just on my own because I could probably raise it up. Oh, cool, it's floating. I wonder if I could put this shelf here. I gotta bring a sim. I need to see if they can walk past it. It looks kind of ridiculous for Managed Worlds right now too, so that's not good. We're gonna have a lot of work to do on the outside. It's also probably gonna be like a million simoleons for this teeny tiny little house. Okay, come here, buddy. Can you get through? He can't get through. Oh no. Okay, if I scoot this dining table back, I think he should be able to. Yeah, and he can still sit in the, don't make it an heirloom, sit. There you go. Yeah, he can still use it all. That is fine. We could do a base game rug. I'm not sure about orange, but maybe that creamy color just to have something else. Although I don't like it. What if I sized down this Love Struck rug and I layered them? Because then I could get this same sort of vibe, but I can get it kind of custom colored. Ooh, we could do the blue instead. Although, oh, maybe I don't like it. I guess I could stick to it being black. It doesn't look bad like that. That might be the best that we can do for this whole living space, by the way. I don't know if we can add anything else. Aside from necessities like a thermostat over here, I think that might be the living room done. I guess I'm using quite a bit of the fitness stuff pack, although I don't like that. This one's from Seasons, and I always liked this. Oh no, the new Life and Death one is honestly really good for this too, because we could do that in solid black. Maybe I even use the Life and Death sink, because it's kind of modern. It's like fancy modern. Uh-oh. Suddenly I'm daring to use My First Pet stuff. The My First Pet stuff curtain is unfortunately really good. It's like a really good size. I'm not sure what tile to to use? Because a lot of these are a little bit lighter in tone than I want. I want it to be dark. I guess this one, honestly, it might work. If we get a dark enough floor tile. I know I always use this tile. It's like my most used wall tile. I guess I have to make the toilet black too. That's kind of cool though. And that brownish and the blue kind of match this sort of burgundy color and the blue there. So maybe it's fine. I think the bathroom can stay like that. Definitely a lot darker in there than the other rooms, but I guess that's kind of a statement. And then this room is the bedroom. I have no idea how I want to do this. All I know is the bed kind of has to go in this corner. We're quite limited there. There is a bed from the industrial loft kit. I'm not really feeling it though. I'm feeling a little bit more enticed by like a plain base game bed. I'm sort of feeling like if we get that and then the right rug, it'll all kind of come together. And this kind of has the same color scheme that we've been using. I think I'm gonna cover the whole wall with curtains and just wrap it around this whole backspace. There are a lot of windows in this room, so that would be nice in real life to have a little bit more curtain coverage. And then I think we should do wood. Like I think we're gonna wanna have maybe even the industrial loft kit stuff. I could have the wooden cabinet and the wooden nightstand. Oh, I really like this. That is a nice lamp. I don't use this lamp very often, do I? I think that looks good though. And then maybe I'll use this same picture again, just above the bed this time, because I did like that one. And that leaves me with this little corner of space to put a desk. I think it should be black. Maybe I even use the new desk. We could use the solid all black desk. That's the one that comes with life and death. Okay, imagine this. Gaming computer. Although I don't really like that one. I just like that it has a microphone. I don't know about the rainbow, but hey, you know what can do rainbow? The Logitech G Yeti GX microphone. You can customize the lights with the light sync technology. It literally looks like this. This microphone looks just like it. I think we have to use this computer. That's really funny. We should get a gaming chair then too, right? It's too good to pass up. Does this come in like a nice blue? I don't really like that one. Does it come in orange? No? What about you? No? What about you? We've got all these different gaming chairs and none of them quite match. This chair lights up, which I think is maybe a bit much even for me. I think we could probably use just a little bit more of that sort of orangey color with some sort of artwork above this desk. There's not that much that comes in orange though, is there? Unless we wanted to get like some of the video game posters. Like this one kind of has an orangey tone to it. Or even, I guess this picture, it's the same as that one, but in a different style. Maybe that's what we need. It's got a similar shape and like similar vibes. It's just slightly different, so it still works. Yeah, that's a nice little corner. I would game there. Maybe we want to put a full length mirror on this wall. Just kind of tuck one in the corner for the functionality of it. And that might be the bedroom done. I don't want to overdo it. Let's think about stuff that we still need for a functional house. Like we're gonna want to have a mailbox outside. I'm gonna need a trash can because I didn't put one inside. Okay, for exterior colors, we used a little bit of this solid black wall inside. I might use that as a starting point. I'll just paint everything black. And then we can go through and add extras in. Like Eco Lifestyle has this wood tone. Should I have used the wood tone inside? Oh, I hadn't really considered that as even being a possibility, but that might have been kind of cool. Ooh, I'm gonna use that on this back wall. I like that. Okay, do I want that on the outside though? That is the question. I don't know if I like it on the outside. I do think that I don't want it to be so dark that it's like black. I can paint the roof black. Wait. What if we did paint everything black, but then I had a wooden fence? Okay, interesting concept. We get some wood on this little planter too. I could do the same thing with the planter, but maybe have it be a little bit taller right here. So that gives us a little bit more of a wood accent. I kind of like the vibes of that. We even have this thing. Maybe I could put the trellis on there. That has wood, so it kind of splits it up a bit more. I'm wondering about trying to put some sort of awning right here, just to have a little bit less of a flat front. Why doesn't this one come in black? If it came in black, I would probably use it. Although maybe it being wood is good. It's not quite wood, but it's brown. There's also stuff like this. I don't know what colors this one comes in. Oh no, that's really good. Oh my gosh, I might put that back here too. It helps a lot. It gives a little bit more of that like three-dimensional vibe. Okay, I'm putting a big hedge fence area back here too. Get some more of that wood color. And then I think I want to add in trees. It's looking a little bland. Oh wait, trees and also fence gate. I know it's like right next to the front door, but that's why I left it shaped like this. So I wanted to have a fence gate there so it's easy easy access for your Sims. Well, maybe I could change the side the grass is on, because if I did this, I'd be able to have a bigger pool. And I did always want to have a pool for this. The house is just so small that I really want to have some nice amenities outside, you know? We can get a grill, we'll have this pretty dining table. Okay, here's a question. What happens if I put the dining table over there? Kind of space it out? I shrunk the pool a little bit. I could get a couple of lounge chairs. There's like all of those drink trays too. I could put one of these. They're probably better in black, right? Yeah, it matches better. Okay, I just did something kind of weird. I was trying to copy that to make it easier, but I made it worse for myself. I think I might do the same thing with the plants back here though. So I've now shrunk the pool again, but doesn't it help to have a little bit more greenery back there? Okay, I just used the same tree like 3 times. I'm not sure if that was a bad idea. It's the right size though for the scale of this lot. I'll put a couple of extra plants in this little grassy section too, but nothing too much. I don't really want to overdo it with landscaping. Same with the terrain paint. I'll put a little bit, but I don't want to overdo it with terrain paint. We'll just have like a little bit lining some of these sections. And last, let me think about a couple extra details in the pool, because like a pool ladder is gonna help. I'm thinking about painting the tile inside of the pool a really dark blue, kind of darkens it. And then we might want to get some lights as well. These ones will kind of work like pool lights under there. How does that look at nighttime? Okay, that's not bad. It's a weird house. It is a really weirdly shaped house. It's very expensive for what it is. It's 40,000 simoleons. But I think that we did a really good job layout wise, considering the constraints of it all. I think it looks intentional. And I think that's the goal with a shell challenge, is you don't want it to look obvious that you had a weird shell. I think when you're actually inside the house, it kind of flows nicely. And you might even think that I did it on purpose, even though I didn't. I made this weird shell and didn't really know how it was gonna turn out when I started. It's kind of like the opposite way I would normally build, because like when I had to bring this sim in to test the dining table, normally I'd be like, oh, it doesn't fit. Let me just make the dining room bigger. Problem solved. But in this case, we couldn't do that. So that was definitely a fun little challenge. I'm gonna put this on the gallery. I'm just gonna call it a long and skinny house. It's 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. So there, you can download it if you're interested. And thank you again to our friends over at Logitech for sponsoring today's video. You can blame them for the weird shape, honestly. It wasn't fully their fault, but hey, the shape, they are slightly to blame. They're the ones who made this microphone. And like I was saying earlier, if you wanna check out that Yeti GX microphone, I'm gonna link it down below. If you're in the market for a new mic, especially for like streaming, making videos, just playing games, this is a fantastic microphone. It's a great purchase. And make sure you click that link down below to enter the giveaway for a chance to win one of these. It's a Yeti GX microphone, but like a magical one, the most magical one. The way that my lights are shining on it just makes it look so cool. This is so cool. Whose idea was it to bedazzle a mic? I need to know, because this was brilliant. Thank you again to Logitech G for all of this. And with that, I'm gonna end the video right here. Thanks for watching, and I am gonna catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. This is the first bedazzled item I've ever owned, and it's genuinely unlocked something in me. Like, I feel like I need more bedazzle. I don't have enough.